Never have we ever, well, seen a show quite like this one. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons to watch Never Have I Ever. For this list, we'll be looking at all the best things about this Netflix original coming-of-age comedy drama.
Whoa, Davey, you look like an Indian Kardashian.
Number 10, the plot.
I think we can all agree that last year sucked for a number of reasons. So I thought of a few ways you guys can make it up to me.
In a lot of ways, Never Have I Ever is your typical teen dramedy, but it has the perfect amount of different elements to make it stand out. It tells the story of a young Indian American girl living in California who's not only dealing with all the usual perils of adolescence, but is also grieving her recently deceased father. One particularly unique thing about the show is that rather than having Davey narrate her own story, the voiceover is done by pro tennis player John McEnroe.
As she said, this is Devi Vishwakumar. She's a 15-year-old Indian American girl from Sherman Oaks, California, and it's her first day of sophomore year.
While this seems a bit bizarre, it weirdly makes sense when you watch the show.
In my day, if you liked someone, you pointed to them in the stands and they threw their bra at you. This? I don't know what this is.
Number 9, The Buzz. Since it was released in full on Netflix in April of 2020, the reviews of this show have been overwhelmingly positive.
Can I have 2 black coffees and 1 large hot chocolate? But can you write latte on the cup? I want people to take me seriously.
It holds an impressive 97% on review site Rotten Tomatoes and has received countless raves from both critics and the public. Forbes even said that Never Have I Ever was the best teen comedy that Netflix had created so far, which is pretty high praise.
When I get into Princeton, I'm never coming back. I'm gonna be an atheist who eats cheeseburgers every day with my white boyfriend.
Catherine Van Arendonk, writing for Vulture, titled her review, "Never Have I Ever Made Me Happier Than I've Been in Weeks," going on to explain how this was the show we didn't know we needed right now.
Then what makes you interesting?
Oh, I don't know, Ron. Maybe it's my perfect grades or my killer test scores. Or maybe it's my bitchin' personality or my insane PowerPoint skills. I don't need some washed up white dude who leases a Tesla telling me what makes me special.
Number 8, The Creator.
We are here on the set of our show celebrating Ganesh Puja.
Even if you haven't seen the show, you might be aware of the fact that it was created by none other than Mindy Kaling. After getting her start on The Office, she's become one of the greatest comedic voices in the industry. Kaling co-created the show with Lang Fisher and based it largely on her own experience growing up.
Because usually in TV shows, the nerds are like just little losers in the corner, and that's not what we wanted to show on this.
Yeah, we were losers out in the crowd.
Yes.
The show has a personal feel as well thanks to Kaling's own brand of rom-com humor, which makes it feel uniquely her. If you're a fan of Kaling's other shows or her memoirs, you will definitely love this show.
To be able to do that for an Indian girl is really special for me, and also feels exciting as writers because no one's done it yet.
Number 7, The Supporting Cast.
Ben, it's so good to have you in my home, a place I usually consider a safe haven from my nemesis.
While the show focuses on Davy's story, she's surrounded by a cast of supporting characters who are equally compelling. There's her mom, Dr. Nalini Vishwakumar, a complex role played by Poorna Jagannathan.
You are not to have any sexual contact with boys.
Then there are her 2 besties, Eleanor and Fabiola, played by Ramona Young and Lee Rodriguez respectively, who each have their own character arcs to follow.
Paxton just publicly acknowledged you.
Do they want me to go over there? You guys should come with me.
No. We will only weigh you down. This is a journey you're meant to take alone.
Then, of course, there is Davy's primary love interest, Paxton Hall Yoshida, played by Darren Barnett, who's a total babe and who you'll be happy to know is nearly 30 despite playing a high schooler. Phew.
Are you not having one?
Nah, I don't drink during swim season. Gotta keep the body right, you know?
Yeah, totally. If I had your body, I'd cheat it right too. I'm so sorry, that was such a weird thing to say.
Number 6, It's Relatable.
So she swallowed her nerves and walked right in.
Ow! God damn it!
Where she instantly got hit in the face with a lanyard.
Did I just hit you?
We're going to delve into the representation of the show later, but one of the things that makes Never Have I Ever so enjoyable is that everyone will likely be able to relate to Davy, regardless of their background. She's hot-headed and definitely has a temper, often acting in ways that are far from ideal.
And that's how it happens, folks. That's how we hotheads boil over.
While she's definitely a modern teen who does things like making TikTok-style videos to get her crush's attention, there's also a timelessness to the story, which feels like it could take place in any recent decade if the technology were stripped away.
I am so sorry for getting in the background of your amazing video. Did I ruin it?
Number 5. It's funny.
As we travel through all of humanity's most horrific atrocities, I want you to feel shooketh. Thank you. Trust.
While we'll talk about the more serious side of the show in the next entry, Never Have I Ever is primarily a comedy. And right now, a good chuckle is probably what we all need.
I didn't realize you were a hillbilly tweaker. I guess you're skinny enough.
I'm not skinny, I'm jacked.
For now, until you morph into your big fat dad.
Shut up, my dad's hot.
There are laugh-out-loud moments in every single episode, and also quieter, more clever jokes interspersed throughout. Davy's confidence and boldness in her actions are extremely endearing, and we can't help but giggle at her as she haplessly navigates high school. The series is extremely bingeable, and we wouldn't blame you if you watched all 10 half-hour episodes in a single sitting.
Davey, the only person you're seeing is your therapist because you went straight up psycho. You couldn't walk for 3 months.
Oh yeah? Well, I won't be able to walk again tomorrow because I'm about to go get railed. Peace out, virgin.
Number 4. The portrayal of grief. At the center of the story is the fact that several months before the action of the show begins, Davy's dad dies suddenly at one of her concerts, and she proceeds to lose functionality in her legs, leaving her wheelchair-bound for a period of time.
Just because Davy is confined to a wheelchair does not make her any less human. And as far as we know, it's not contagious.
Throughout the series, she is blatantly avoiding processing her father's death, and while she's going to therapy for it, she largely spends her sessions talking about her friends and the guy she's into.
Which brings me to my question. Do you mind going to the store and buying me a thong?
What?
As her journey progresses, however, she learns to deal with her grief and grows in the process. Number 3. The Star.
Can I get you a Gatorade? Cause you seem real thirsty.
Before being cast in Never Have I Ever, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan was a regular teen living in Mississauga, Ontario, who had done some acting in school plays. But after she, along with 15,000 other young girls, auditioned to play the lead in Mindy Kaling's new project, she became one of Netflix's brightest stars.
I heard about Never Have I Ever from Mindy's tweet, which my best friend actually sent to me. I had to send in a self-tape with the scripts that they sent us.
After sending in a video that she filmed in her local library, she was eventually asked to meet with the creator in LA, and she got the gig based on her sense of humor and the fact that Kaling saw some of herself in the young would-be actress.
It's a lead role with a South Asian young female, which is something that's never been done. And that representation is definitely needed. It's a project that needs care and love and needs to be seen.
Number 2. It's Feminism. You may not notice it at first, but the majority of the cast of this show are women, and each of them are empowered women in their own right.
Why'd you let that Ben Gross rile you up so much? He's like 5'2".
Damn, Mom, that was savage. Up top.
Okay, I do not like high-fiving. It's violent. Can we please not do that again?
Davy lives with her mother, a strong-willed dermatologist, as well as her older cousin Kamala, who's getting her PhD at Caltech and flouts her culture's rules on arranged marriages.
Oh, that's so wonderful. A husband from India, someone I've never met before. Perfect stranger. How exciting.
The show is also unabashed about Davy's interest in sex, putting her in a role usually relegated to teenage boys where she is open about her sexual desire and her willingness to lose her virginity.
I know you'd never be my boyfriend because you're you and I'm me, but I was wondering if you would ever consider having sex with me?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The representation.
Just a catchphrase of one of our favorite characters on American TV. I do eat eggs. I do eat eggs. Yeah, that's all I do eat eggs.
Did we mention that all of the aforementioned female characters are women of color? And so are Davy's 2 best friends. So is Davy's therapist and the principal of her school.
So, why don't you two work it out and don't tell your parents?
The diversity on the show feels revolutionary, but it doesn't spend any time reveling in the fact that its cast and characters are largely non-white. What it does do is give representation to underrepresented communities, and gives us an inside look at what it's like to grow up Indian American in modern-day California.
Mom, the sari is so uncomfortable. Why does it itch so much?
The itchiness of saris is a rite of passage for Indian women. Deal with it.
We see Devi questioning the culture she came from and learning to embrace parts of it that even she was skeptical of. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.